Hello. Who is or who are the smiley face killers of Wisconsin, Chicago, New York? I'm going to attempt to profile this criminal or criminals. They or he is related to a Vietnam veteran, an uncle, a father, a cousin. These men that are supposed accident victims of drowning in the Wisconsin area, New York, Chicago, someplace, everywhere. Possibly nationwide in America. Or is it as simple as something I know about that I heard perchance by accident one time, that when these young college students, or it could be anyone really, but these were college students of, they say, fairly good intelligence, athletic, maybe popular, maybe not in the school system, college. When you don't tip bartenders, this is what I heard, or waitresses, or, they may or may not drug you. They put something, GHB, or I don't know, roofies, whatever, in your drink because you're drinking, having fun with your buddies, everything. You're not tipping. You're not paying them. You might buy the drink, you might put it on your credit card, but you're not tipping. But that's a possibility in some of these cases where you will be maybe intoxicated, maybe not, but drugged because you're not tipping. So these drugs that they put in your drink, you're groggy, you're disoriented. You might think, "Oh, I'll jump in some water, or wake up, or I'll walk in the cool night air." Right? But what is the situation where there's graffiti of smiley faces in the vicinity or right near the murders, or the bodies, in one case the graveyard? The killer or killers had someone from the Vietnam War in their family. This is the profile now. Pay attention. Criminal profile. Are they heterosexual, bisexual? These students, these men? I don't know. But the murderer if this is the case, is a male that could be college age or older, but can blend in and fit in with the college set when they're out at clubs or bars, and possibly was assaulted or something happened to them by more popular, more intelligent, more athletic students, individuals that they're taking revenge for. So they lay in wait in the bar, inconspicuous, and in the alley, in the street. Maybe their friends or befriended them, the victims. So there's two detectives that wrote a book about it, Smiley Face Killers or whatever, you know. If they want to contact me sometime to talk. But they lay in wait. And when the person, the students or men, whoever, it could be a group, some type of gang, or it could be just one individual. And after the deed is done, when they're poisoned, roofied, put GHB in their drink, they lay in wait, and the person is completely disoriented. So, and they know the areas where they're operating. So when this person leaves the bar or club, nightclub, whatever it is, they wait for an opportunity. They either follow them in their car or on foot. And when they're near a body of water, it could be someone they know and feel comfortable with, acting like they're trying to help them. They push them into the water, the icy, frigid, I believe there's cases of the Mississippi River, lakes, or possibly assault them in other ways. We won't go into that. But even maybe they get in and they drag them out deep to where they possibly drowned. So this individual or individuals are getting they're enacting revenge on a class of men they feel either did them wrong or maybe assaulted them or did something to them in the past, or that they would have no idea. Or it could be that these individuals, if this is a serial killer, these individuals they match the description of the person they want to go after. They're singling them out for a reason. So One case, someone said, or not a case, but witnesses, they said this person may have been dressed as, police or whatever, but that's not uncommon in the underworld and different things. It's probably not a police officer or whoever, but they they dress in disguises. They're probably in the same age range, or even if they're older, they're able to blend in with these people, these young men in the scene, the bar scene, and they can go unnoticed. So if Detective Gannon wants to contact me, I have an idea that I could discuss with him. But and of course, some people, some of the victims, they call victim, whatever, they may have just been intoxicated and fallen in water and drowned. But there's a couple instances where they might have had ligatures, strangulation marks, maybe a physical altercation. But this individual or individuals, because they're cowards, but once the person is drugged or drunk or whatever, that's when they feel like they're empowered. They're in power of this person. And obviously, if you can't even function or defend yourself, or you're on the verge of blackout or intoxicated beyond, the norm with high blood levels, whatever. But no student or man or anybody that is just trying to have a few drinks with friends or co-workers, this shouldn't happen to them. So this is what's going on, I believe. So the profile would be, like I already said, someone their age or maybe a little older but still looks the age, who goes unnoticed. Maybe they have, it didn't seem like robbery is usually the case, though. So what we have is someone singling out people that fit the identity and the look of someone that abused them in some way in their past, that they want revenge on. This has happened. There's been serial killers that have done this with, maybe they had a bad relationship with their mothers or a girlfriend. I don't want to talk about Ted Bundy, but that's an example. So that's my profile of the so-called smiley face killers or killer. If it's a group, they're doing it for kicks because they know they can get away with it. It's really senseless anyway, but I hope this helps in some form or way. But because what they know is, apparently, obviously, is that after murder, or when someone's body is in the water, or if they take them, there's cases where they drive away with them maybe, or they're missing for several days or even a week or two, but they end up in water. That is to hide the evidence. But if the investigators, and I'm not calling anyone out because it's a difficult thing, but with DNA evidence, the body, the hair, the fingernails, there's still possibly evidence that can be gleaned from the victims. And that's how this person or individuals will be caught and maybe spill the beans on someone else if, you know. But is it just a case of being drugged? And I'm not saying all bartenders and waitresses, that they're like that. But I have heard through the grapevine that when people don't tip, and because they don't make that much, especially back years ago, they work on very minimum wage plus tips, and you would be surprised, people, and people have families, kids, whatever, but that's no excuse to do this to people and put their lives in jeopardy. So anyway, I hope this helps, and be safe. Watch your drinks in bars. Don't associate with, you just have to be safe. It's a very it's a hard thing to guard against when you're out, you're having fun, you're not paying attention, you're enjoying yourself. But it could lead to death, and then the sorrow for your family, friends, children, etc. So keep this in mind. And if anything, that may help, people that go out, or, these students. Thank you.